Hey guys, it's Aleeza, and today's video is the third video in my back to school series, and like I said, each video has a giveaway in it, so this video also has one, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video to find out what I'm giving away and how you can enter to win it. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say for that. So for today's video, I asked you guys to ask me questions on a back to school advice video. So it's kind of going to be like a Q&A video, but back to school edition. You guys asked me questions both on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm just going to be randomly picking them from my phone and answering them for you guys, and hopefully I give out some helpful tips. So this is basically an advice video for all grades, not just one. It will just help you in general because they're just general tips for school. So let's just get started. How was your freshman year? Any advice? My freshman year, I met some really awesome people. I also kind of didn't like my freshman year because I was not a social person, and I was one of those like loser kids, I guess you could say. I'm still a loser though, I'm fully out admitting it. It actually really sucked because I didn't have classes with people that I was friends with. I literally only had probably 2 or 3 classes, and then there were some classes that I kind of struggled in just because I didn't talk to that many people there. Like, I wasn't friends with anybody. Those periods were a little bit hard, and I struggled with like wanting to go to them and being by myself, and I really struggled during my gym period, the first half of it. Like, you always had to like choose partners and stuff to do things with, and I was just always left out, and it made me feel like not good about myself. But then eventually I made a friend in there, and I still talk to her, and I'm really good friends with her. So I just wanted to say, don't stress out too much about everything. People that are mean to you during that year, ignore them. Don't focus on them too much because they are not going to matter in your life a few years down. You know, focus on your grades and focus on getting through the day, but also do stuff at home. Like, have a hobby, because without a hobby, I don't know what I would have done. I just felt so alone that time. So having a hobby really helped me out. YouTube was my hobby. I engaged myself in it on the weekends or after school because I wasn't a social person, so I didn't want to like join any clubs or anything like that. So it's really important to have a hobby. Always be true to yourself, and don't let people get to you, and do what makes you happy, and you will be okay, because that will add into a better experience for your school year. Don't be a bully to yourself. And with other people bullying you and getting low grades and all the stress and everything, it's easy to pick on yourself and put yourself down. But honestly, the key to every single advice video is to not be mean to yourself. How do you get popular? Well, okay, popularity should not be the #1 thing on your mind when starting off the school year or anything relating to school, but I can see where you're coming from. Make a lot of friends. Like, talk to people in each of your classes and just be approachable. The popular people that I've seen in high school, they were like people that were friends with a lot of kids. Like, in every single period they had friends or people that they talked to and stuff. So just be outgoing and communicate with people and just be approachable, and I think that would get you popular. I don't know, so that's my answer to that. How do you handle with bullying? So I've gotten a lot of questions on how to deal with bullies and handle bullying. If someone is bullying you, you need to honestly confront them and be like, why are you doing what you are doing? And ask them to stop because it's hurting you. If they continue to do it or if they harass you, go tell a teacher, no matter what grade you're in. I know you don't want to tell a teacher because it's like you would seem like a little kid, but just do it if it gets really, really bad, because it will shut them up. And maybe you can ignore them and just ignore what they're saying, because obviously if they continue to do it, you're on their mind. Don't take notice of it if you can easily do that, because I know it sucks being bullied. I have been bullied before, and it's been like so bad. Like, even in high school I got bullied at one point, which was so, like, it wasn't bullied, but this boy was just rude to me, and I was like, okay, what, like, why? I didn't have the guts to confront people, so I just went and I told the teacher in middle school. I was like, you know, this person's doing this, and can you please talk to them? And then they got in trouble, and you know, after that I was like, whatever, at least I had the guts to tell the teacher. And then I continued on with my life with the friends that I had. I stayed true to myself, and I was like, I'm not gonna like focus on thinking about you or anything like that, because even if they continue to do it, they are just being childish, because no one should have a a reason to bully anybody. It could ruin an entire person's life, and it sucks that people still do it. If you want to avoid it, avoid the person, and eventually hopefully pray that it stops. If you want to confront them, you can confront them, but if it gets really, really bad, you can always ask for help. It's okay. You won't seem like a coward. How do you get your homework done without distractions? I do online school now, so like every time I'm doing my homework, it's very easy for me to find myself on YouTube and then on Twitter. So what I do to not let that happen is that I make a schedule for myself, and I tell myself from now until the next hour to work really hard on either this assignment or when it comes to studying on this section of whatever I'm studying. And after that hour is up, I can take a 10, 20, or even 30-minute break in which I can go on all the social media that I want, check my Instagram, go on Twitter, even get a little snack or something, and that's like my little reward for myself. Create a schedule for a certain time period where all you're doing is focusing on that and you put away everything else, and then after that you reward yourself with a little break. So that kind of motivates me because I know that I will be getting stuff done. How to deal with grades and boys at the same time. You need to, again, prioritize. Your grades are more important than a boy. Your grades are something that is set in stone that you will not be able to fix in the future, but boys are not set in stone. They will always come and go. So if you really like the person, if you find a way to balance everything out, then that's great. But if you're having trouble with it, realize your grades are what's permanent, and that boy is not going to be permanent in your life. So how do you survive drama? You have to like look at your friends for that, because if you're surrounded by people that create drama for you or are just involved in a lot of drama in their life, especially during the school day, you don't need that drama in your life. So maybe like just don't be a part of it. Don't get into it. Don't discuss stuff with them. I mean, if your friend comes to you for help, do it, but don't like gossip. Like stay away from those type of crowds if you can, because you already will have a lot more important stuff on your mind, like your grades and after school activities or whatever you want to do, or any of your hobbies that you have. You don't need that drama. What should you do so no one would bully you / how to avoid bullying? Honestly, do whatever you want to do, because you should not live in fear of somebody bullying you or being mean to you and then let them stop you from doing what you want to do. Realize that you are on a higher pedestal than that bully is, because you don't spend your life putting other people down and causing them to be sad. That should be enough to give you realization that that person is already like not worth your time. It's not fair to live in fear and not do stuff just because of being afraid of somebody saying some mean things to you. And I know bullying is a hard and deep subject, but honestly, just stay true to yourself. How to eat healthy when the cafeteria's pizza and fries are so tempting. It's not healthy eating pizza every single day of your life. So what you can do is pack healthy lunches for school for yourself, like from Monday to Thursday, and then tell yourself, okay, Friday is the day that I can have that pizza. So just learn how to like balance it, and I think that that should work really well. What if someone is gossiping about you? Okay, for this, I would say, even if they're your friend and even if they're not your friend, just confront them. And you can ask them why you're doing it. Kindly tell them to stop. And if they continue doing it, and if you don't feel like confronting them, the second option is to just ignore them. Because if you know that those rumors are just rumors and they're, you know, fake, don't let them affect you, because you know yourself that it's not true. So just ignore being affected by it in any way, and eventually they should hopefully stop. If they don't, then they have serious problems. There is a girl in my class who I have had some pretty bad drama with. What do? Just go and talk to the person and clear things up with them. Approach them and be like, listen, I know like all of this stuff happened, but I want to like start with a clean slate. You don't have to like be friends with them automatically again, but just don't like hate them for the rest of your life. It's a good feeling when you clear things up with somebody, and then it won't be weighing you down for the rest of the school year. So just go and get it over with. How to deal with depression of graduating this year and leaving all your friends. Good advice. I don't want the live your life to the fullest stuff. I'm assuming that you're a senior. Obviously, a lot of your friends are not going to be your friends after high school, and you need to just realize that. But I would also say that you should also realize that if you're graduating too and you're going to college, you are going to meet more people. You're going to meet people that will fill your heart up just like your friends in high school did, you know, and you're just going to meet new people like throughout the rest of your life. And I know you said not to tell you to do the whole live your life to the fullest thing, but hang out with them as much as you can. And after college, you know, you go your separate ways, try to keep in touch with them, but I promise you that you will make friends in college as well, so you will not feel as sad or depressed as you would think. How to balance your social life with schoolwork. Okay, for this I would say that you need to really like prioritize what's important to you. Homework's not fun, so you want to hang out with your friends, but if you get all of your homework and your assignments done and out of the way, then you have the rest of the time to go hang out with your friends or do whatever you want. And like I said, if you do the whole like reward yourself after you worked really hard thing, then it shouldn't be that much of a problem. You can always hang out with your friends afterwards, and if they don't want to be friends with you just because you can't hang out all the time, you need to find a new group of friends, because a true friend, someone asked me what is a true friend, so I'm including another question in this. A true friend is someone who understands you and supports you at the same time. They're not going to weigh you down from getting successful grades. Like if you have friends that try to control what you're doing and when you do everything and who you talk to, then they, I'm sorry, are not a true friend, and you need to find someone that will respect your priorities. What's your favorite thing to do if you're stressed about a class or test? I like to create a schedule for myself and take a breather. Getting one bad grade or getting a couple of bad grades is not going to ruin your life. If you're stressed about something, create a to-do list. I always like create to-do lists about things that I have to get done in a certain period of time. Again, I give myself that hour or hour and a half or 2 hours of where I extremely like study really hard for it, and then after I'm done, I give myself a break. You know, it's okay to reward yourself and be happy. Stay calm and take a breather and give yourself breaks because you need them. You know, it's not the end of the world. Junior tip, when should I start applying for colleges? During the time you take your ACT, start researching colleges that you want to attend and everything. But what I did was, or what I know is, people apply their senior year of high school. So in August by senior year or September by senior year, you should know all the schools that you want to apply to. So take your junior year and figuring out all the different schools you want to go to and getting your extracurricular activities and volunteering at different places. And during your senior year, during September, October, and November, take those 3 months to apply to colleges, and don't stress out. Like I stressed out so much, but honestly, again, take a breather. Apply to at least like 5 schools. Apply to your dream school and then apply to your backup school and then apply to like a community college or something, and have confidence in yourself that you will get into a school. What are good conversation starters? Okay, if you're a new student, just be like, hey, I'm a new student, I was wondering if we could like be friends or something, or ask them if they're in the same class as you. Just start something up about that class. Do you know what we had for homework then? And then gradually just start talking to them on a daily basis. But people are not that scary to approach. Maybe it might seem like that in high school, but just go up to them and be like, hey, I'm new here, or hey, what's your name? You know, it's not like they're gonna be like, ew, go away. What is it like to move to a new school in a different country? How to make friends easily? So, okay, I've gotten a lot of questions on people asking me advice on moving to a new school. You might think that you aren't going to make friends and nobody's going to want to talk to you. There are going to be nice people and you are going to make friends. Like I promise you guys, you will make a friend. Sometimes it might take a little while. It might take a month for you guys. It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 months, but you will make friends. Like I've experienced going to a new school and I thought I wouldn't make any friends because I knew like 2 people there and I didn't see them at all. I didn't have any classes with them, and my school was huge. It was like Hogwarts in the United States of America. It was really hard. I was really scared, but you do eventually make friends. If you make one friend in your like homeroom class, then talk to them, hang out with them if you have them at lunch. You have to like kind of take part in that. You have to go talk to someone too. You have to be willing to go up to a person. I usually just used to ask people, what's your name? And that's how I made my one friend in my homeroom class, and then I made another friend by doing the same thing. And you know, then eventually going from sitting with one person at my lunch table from my previous middle school, I ended up sitting with a whole group of new friends, because that one friend that you make, if they are nice to you, they will introduce you to their friends, and then your group is sort of going to grow. And if you don't have a group, that's okay too. Even if you have one person that's nice to you, stick through with that and you will make friends. Like I promise you, it's inevitable to not have any friends in high school, but you have to like go up to people, start a conversation with them. How do you get back to looking normal, not sweaty, hair down, and makeup still on after gym class? Okay, so for this, I normally didn't wear makeup to high school at all. So what I would say for the whole gym class thing, I always like to like put my hair into a side braid because it kind of like evens it out and it makes it seem not so messy, and a side braid is a cute hairstyle, so it'll make it seem like you put time into like doing your hair like that. Spray yourself so you smell good, and also I would recommend getting those like oil blotting sheets and like blotting your face with them or your nose with them, because that'll remove the oil and the heat from your face, and also have like a water bottle to cool down. So that's what I would do. You'd look more put together for the rest of the day. How to deal with boys who basically whisper about you really loudly even though they know you are there. Girl, I have experienced this in middle school, and I have experienced this with one idiotic kid in my freshman year of high school. But if they're commenting really hurtful comments and they continuously do that like every single time they see you, then you're on their mind. Like, you should feel flattered. Just never be sad over a person bullying you or saying mean things about you, especially if it's a boy, because boys are just idiots, first of all, and secondly, in a few years from now, you are going to be like higher than they ever were. They aren't gonna matter to you at all. What would be a must-have makeup product for school? Like I said, stay away from foundation or BB cream unless you really want to use BB cream. I just never wore makeup to school, but something that I would always need would be eyeliner and mascara. What are some back to school essentials that you will always have with? I would always need a body mist or a body spray because you want to smell good. I think another thing that's an essential for me is my planner, because school can get really stressful, so I can write down everything that I have to do for the day and all of my assignments and when they're due. And for me, making lists helps me with my stress, so that's why I always have my planner with me, because during lunch or during study hall you can always like write down all the things that you have to get done today and tomorrow, or like on a weekly basis, and planners are really good for that. Okay guys, so that was my advice video. I hope it helped you guys, and now onto the giveaway. So the first thing that you are going to be winning is this backpack, and it's so beautiful and it's really huge. It's like a good size for back to school. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's one of the biggest backpacks I've seen, and it was the biggest ones available there, so you guys are going to be getting this. You guys are also going to be winning a $15 Starbucks gift card. I don't have it with me because when I was at Target there was only a $25 one and I was $10 short, so I'm going to get that for you from my local Walgreens store. This giveaway is not international, but my next giveaway will be international. So if you want to win the Starbucks gift card and the backpack, then all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, which is Beauty Give Me a Beat. You can just click the subscribe button down there below. Number 2 is leave a comment down below telling me what you like about school and what you hate about school. And number 3 is that you must be following me on Twitter and on Instagram. Both my Twitter and Instagram are at @AleezaAndyBeat, so go ahead and follow me on that, and also comment down below if you did follow me on it. I will be checking. And this giveaway is open until August 20th, so you have until then to enter, and the winner will be posted in the description box on August 25th. So I hope you guys like this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!